Welcome to the second part of the chat video. It's a lovely sunny day, as I said. It's very hot, it's like 34 degrees we had earlier today, it was mental. Currently about 24-25 degrees out there at the moment, the full sun out. I think Wednesday, this coming Wednesday actually, it's going to be 27 in the shade. So it's going to be like close to the 40 degrees in the actual sun. So it's going to be mad. But hopefully I get no chance to swim. Obviously I got much more to bring out talking about other things, but at this time I'm keeping it to a certain limit. But I'm still quite happy to see you guys who at Central Bobbin Parkway on the 22nd of July if you can make it. If you can't, don't worry about it, there will be other opportunities. It's just nice to see everything being open again. I've been to Thorpe Park this year already, and what's my most favourite ride? I would say 3 in the first place for me. I've been on tense ones. First one would be the Colossus, even though it's very old, very outdated, but it still runs very smooth for its age. And obviously keeping your head back is the important thing when you're on a coaster like that, because when you're going into that drop, into that little lift hill, and then it sort of goes round at a drop and it sort of throws you over. You're going up and down in this little section, and then you're going through a really large spiral, like 15 degrees spiral into a loop, and then a helix spiral is basically just goes around in a strange angle. So, and it continues doing that all the way along a certain point of the Colossus, and it's amazing to think. I went on it actually 5 times I think that day on my birthday this year. So Colossus is definitely one of my first favourites. Then I would say the Swarm, the new ride, which is only a year and a half old I think. So that's a good ride. Definitely recommend the Swarm. If you haven't been on the Swarm yet, I recommend it. It's great fun. I've been on that 3 times, at least 2 times with my sister, just me and my sister's boyfriend. We've been on at least another 2 times on top of that. So yeah, similar amount of times we've been on Colossus. Second first favourite, and obviously Stealth. Wow. What can I say about Stealth? It is intense, but it does have what was it? The G-force to it is very 0 to 80 under 3 seconds. Because you're going up a 300-foot climb from a standstill, and you can feel it moving backwards, and then it just goes up. It's a straight up 300-degree angle, and straight down again. And I was near the front. Obviously, as I said, I was only on Stealth once. I wish I had more chance to go on it a little bit more, but by the time I'd done Colossus at least the 5th time, after doing Stealth, I did go on Inferno too. I will talk about that in a second, what experience I had with them. Stealth would be my first favourite, if that makes any sense. So we got Colossus first, the Swarm in first, and Stealth in first. So they're my main 3 favourites in the first place. Inferno, I would say it's my second, and obviously Soar, what a ride. That's about 60 miles an hour from the degree angle it's got to drop at, so it's inverted drops. It's literally dangles you over the edge. It's a bit like a Bolivian in Alton Towers. It's like that. You sort of dangle there for a split second, and you just fling it over into a spiral at the top of the loop. And yeah, it was quite interesting. So I can't remember if I actually went Soar quite a few times, did I? No, I went on it once, so I need to go on that one a bit more times. To go on Saw a little bit more often than two of the other ones. So that would be my second favourite. Inferno and Saw were my second favourite. Trying to think there's every other roller coaster that I haven't been on yet. Obviously I didn't go on the Flying Fish. I did that once before a long time ago, but it's not my thing. It basically goes quite fast, but it just goes around in a small figure 8 circuit, so it's not my thing. I like intense coasters now, so I like to be launched from 0 to 80 under 3 seconds, flinging up on that drop. You get a brief at the top of the peak, if you like, and then you sort of drop down below you. I was holding on to the safety bars, I think, that goes over your head with a little clip belt. I was holding on to that at certain points of the ride, but just for the up and down bit, it's because that's the most 10 bits. It's the going up and the down. But once you get past that point, it's like quite fun. But I had a lot of adrenaline that day, that's all I can say. I quite enjoyed myself, being my birthday as well, but the weather was tragic. Being in London, but south of London, on my birthday at Thorpe Park, and the weather was, well, it's like Cornish spring weather. Pouring rain, miserable, grey, gloomy, misty weather. It did not go quite to plan, but at least I had to enjoy myself. Of course, I did go on the other roller coaster. It's called Tidal Wave, which is a wet ride. You're basically going up this really old lift hill. It takes you at the top, goes around in a circle, and it flings you down straight in great speed in water in your face. But yeah, that's fun. But it does drench you to the real limits of your actual self. It does make you very wet. It's nice that it would be very pleasant on a day like today to go on that, because it's so warm. Everyone will be like, the two rides I recommend in this heat is Stealth and because they're the main two will keep you cool, because the Swan doesn't really do cool to keep you cool, but Stealth and Tidal Wave will. But with the other two, with Colossus and Saw, it doesn't really give you that effect. Inferno kind of does, because it's got that warm water spray comes out of the tunnel, but it's not quite the same. But I did enjoy myself, that's all I can say. I have to give a shout out to 8-Bit Ryan, because obviously I watch a lot of his content, and obviously he does inspire me with his content, with all the different gaming stuff he does, the Try Not to Laugh challenges, and obviously I haven't done Five Nights at Freddy's yet, video game. It's basically, they call it Sister Location. It's basically a horror map with animatronics coming alive at a certain hour, and the idea you're supposed to get out of this building, and the idea you just gotta survive until 6 in the morning on this game. If you don't survive, the animatronics will just kill you, because they come to life from midnight till 6 in the morning, and then they just basically chase you down, hunt you down if you like. But yeah, horror games are quite interesting and very enjoyable for me. Train places. I haven't been to the train place yet. I'm hoping to go to Bodmin Parkway station. It's a main line / heritage line there, so I'm hoping to go there Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure yet, but I think it's between those 2 days, which hopefully I will be there for, if it's all been well. But Wednesday won't be the day, because it's going to be too hot, and standing around watching trains coming in and out with no water or something on your face, it's just not going to work, because it's too hot. It's like 27 degrees on Wednesday this coming week. So Friday might be no option. possibly Thursday or Friday is going to be the option. It's going to be cooler, so there'll be the days for like 19 and 18 degrees is the best time for it. It's cooler and it's more pleasurable to not feel like you're going to be turning into a crispy bacon. But yeah, hopefully I won't go in any hospitals for the whole rest of this year and next year. That's the hope. I do not like being in hospital, having to turn. That wasn't nice, having them. But, you know, I had this problem since I was a child, so it's something that's going to bite me back in the butt eventually. But I have to deal with it, it's part of my condition. Being an epilepsy person and autism. But yeah, everyone seems to be enjoying themselves since the lockdown's now completely lifted, I think, for the most part. They're just being cautious in places, but obviously you don't have to wear a mask now, which is good. They advise you to wear a mask if you're in big crowds, like places like Thorpe Park and everywhere in the coastal area. So theme parks is still probably apply with coasters, but hopefully next year it means we won't need to wear masks on roller coasters, so that'll be quite good. Next time we'll probably go to Alton Towers next. So yeah, and obviously with this hot weather no one's sleeping properly, so I know for last night I wasn't sleeping the best because it's like 19 degrees last night. It was actually mad. But yeah, I could not sleep well in the heat. I could sleep well in the cold, but in the heat it's just too much. The only thing I don't know about winter is too dark too early. No, I like sleeping in the dark either. I tend to sleep with a night light on. I'm sure a lot of people do actually. It's not pretty good for me. Trying to think what else to talk about. The railway, as you can see, I'm going to turn around towards you. All this section here is going to be ripped up almost completely. That section over there will be done, taken away, and going to rebuild it. Not now, but I'm going to rebuild it on a smaller board when I move house, because obviously I'm not going to get too far into the scenery for now because of that coming up in a couple of 2 to 3 years, probably 4, depending on how long it takes. So there's no point in me going too into depth with scenery while I'm still here. But I'll still be playing trains, running tracks and stuff with the wagons and coaches and all that, but when it comes to scenery points, I just don't want to overladen it, because I know I've got to have to move all that to move house. But today there's some points I won't miss. Some of the travels we've been here with.